SummerSlam. Well, so I figure just as usual, whenever they decide to have their cash grab bullshit extravaganza, as WWE usually likes to do, like SummerSlam for instance, I'm just gonna wind up putting both nights together. Save you some years. Okay, so Cardi B is opening the show with her stripper music. I do so badly want to sit here and be an old head and say that I miss of growing up during the times, or I guess when hip hop had reached a Pacific peak. Yeah, yeah, which I am absolutely doing. But I get it. I get the fascination with and WWE this current state and them trying to get in their repertoire and the whole theme and the vibe. Of course, when you resort to the Youth and all that, and how big and popular this specific genre is nowadays. And I don't want to not to be just like I'm sorry that I'm being a fanboy, such a fanboy for mainstream. But I mean, can we actually get good artists? Can we actually get a real artist, or that's you could have got a Kendrick or a Drake? That please, because to the point to where you of course Cardi B out there, it's just absolutely fucking cringe. Absolutely don't care about being here. It's so corporate as fuck. Can we please just move on and get on with this shit and go into the matches? Please, bro. Cause we know y'all don't give a fuck. First tag team match is in the opener. Roman and Jay and Braun and Bronson. I understand this. We know that PLEs are gonna pan out to 4 hours and however they may exceed that. But because I said I get that, but it's to have just with these entrances, man. I said, unless it's Roman, why? Not everybody needs to have this grandiose, just also because you want to also pad into the fucking time. I hate that shit. Just being unnecessary and for the sake too. But I mean, of course, when it comes to Jey Uso or anything like that, because I'm just more so mainly just talking about the unnecessary. They really do go beyond with the entrances too, or it's just little stuff like that too. Really annoying. But oh yeah, I mean, this felt to me it felt it just felt like a TV match, a weekly slide. Yeah. Oh, I think I said that a couple of times already, to where you get, especially I mean, we have Roman and Jay and of course Braun and all. They know how to carry themselves now too. I mean, Braun and Bronson especially, I would hope too. But yeah, I mean, it just felt like a solid match. Like I said, me personally, I feel I just as I already say, that we get too many of that. So, unfortunately, we barely get any of when it comes to the entertainment, and just when it comes to really just whether it comes inside the match or really the story, really going deep into that. So but I'm not really gonna give a fuck about these matches, unfortunately, sadly. But I would, it would have been more interesting to see Roman and Jay lose, because I mean, I said, considering the last 5 years, when you pretty much after the Bloodline, and you get, and they're starting to be alongside each other, again, it would, let's say they could have went to, I know, because you already know, coming from this being that they picking up the victory, it's but it still would have been more interesting to see Roman and Jay lose. I want to say that. I'm going to give it 3 stars. And then Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus Rico Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Yeah, being blatantly fucking honest, I really didn't give a fuck about this. Yeah, for damn sure did not. I will say that the time that I've seen it, whenever they're on TV, my TV, that I've really, I've enjoyment, I've really had some entertainment out of because it's like a comedic thing, like yeah, between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and of this sudden pairing, and that's what that's trying to work it with itself. Yeah, I mean I've enjoyed them together so far, and obviously they have some chemistry, but like yeah, and probably just speaks to the talent of Alexa Bliss, especially when it comes to tonight. Of her because of her being her being able to, especially when you have Alexa Bliss in the ring, and Charlotte Flair also. It's like yeah, of her of the crowd, getting the crowd to feel and to really like Charlotte Flair. Wow, that's a talent, really a big ass talent, if I may say myself. Alexa Bliss, props to her. But yeah, I mean, like when the fucking tag team matches also being that much on this card. I mean, when people said, because of course, just the seeing that they seen the criticism just overall too, like when we mean it shows some fucking better booking to the tag team division, that doesn't mean unnecessary pad the card with these loads of fucking tag team matches. Trust me, that's only going to make it worse. But yeah, I didn't really care for this. I mean, like I said, decent match that it may be or not. Yeah, I really didn't care. Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. I really do feel for this man. I really do, because it's not in a sense of where I'm saying of course just the thing another word, one of the words where it's just thrown around nowadays, and of course where we like to say of course whether it's the bandwagon or whether because being that social media is a big which is now just a big part of just everyday life. It's a part of our culture. It's a part of humanity, and human beings, they want we want to be validated. We people and at least in this case with professional wrestling, it's all about validation, and it's all about just the classic case of fitting in, and it's about many other things, but or just a case so to where of course you could feel like he's another a Dolph Ziggler or Zack Ryder, even to a certain degree at first a Daniel Bryan and a CM Punk, but I just really because I feel like they're really wasting their fucking time on others, where I feel like Karrion Kross is a better a prospect, and where I feel like especially his NXT days, where I feel yeah, I mean he's shown, especially at this point, to where how much he's improved, to where they throw the fucking ball on him, and this guy is a diamond in the making, and I mean because it's pretty evident at this point that yeah, which is pretty much he might be yet again being gone from WWE. Those famous words, future endeavored. And, I really hate to say that and really go into that. But, yeah, because, I really don't see what they're really doing. It's bad enough WWE that we're talking about, but, especially these days. But, yeah, I really don't see where they're taking them. Then there's Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. It shouldn't matter about the in-ring aspect especially at this point, that we've reached a certain threshold to where I feel where it's just everybody is pretty much capable, no matter what size, and that capabilities that they have, and that we may make and believe that when it comes to that, but because I feel especially when it comes to Jade Cargill, people like to rag, of course, on the fact that she can't really, just one of the ones that can't really throw it down in the ring, but I mean she handles herself, so I mean it's not like she's God rest her soul, and who really when I say this, I mean when it comes to somebody who's actually like China was a shitty wrestler, and yeah, pretty sure being that y'all know who that is, even new wrestling fans at this point, the kids today, but that's if you're talking about, I mean she was not good in the ring. I guess because they kind of got better at a certain point, but you could, of course, you could even though I would consider it way better though than the fucking even the women today. But like, yeah, even I guess yeah, like Trish and Lita, they were fucking god awful in the ring. It's like so yeah. I mean, it's, compared to that, I mean, Jade Cargill is a Bret Hart compared to so many others. It's probably at today, even today too, when it comes to being in the ring, and which clearly, I mean, she's gotten somewhat like yeah, you can clearly tell she's gotten better, but yeah, somewhat better. But yeah, I mean, it's just another match I don't give a damn about. Like because I said it's just like where you have the like where the women's division, and I mean, can you imagine this being the main event? And I mean, regardless of the pandering, because of course you have, of course, like I said, with separate with Triple H, you have to where at a point him talking and saying the things where he said about Vince McMahon and that Janelle Grant and that sex trafficking allegations and him being with Trump. I don't know if another thing, but like just him being with Trump and saying that shit, continuing to like say shit that like, bro, stop. And it's and then you cause it's pretty obvious too, which where with WWE, a company like WWE, whether it's like when it comes to their political views, where they always stand. And it's like what they're also trying to, and then seeing them also trying to like I said, like many other companies today, trying to fucking pander to the women. And when you talk about a certain group, like a group like the women. And it's so fucking laughable, bro. It really, like I said, with the whole when we just break up the whole the Evolution pay-per-view, and not anybody said more, talking more so about and giving fuck all that being in the oblivion of obscurity. Like, oh man, like. Oh yeah, holy shit! This I'm pretty sure people probably say it's solid when it comes to night, but yeah, oh man, I feel like night one would have been a hell of a lot worse if this was the main event. But yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill, this match right here, yeah, it's a piss break match. Jelly Roll, Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. I mean, it should be well known at this point, right? Like, come on, we should have to. I feel like we already should have stopped kidding ourselves beyond this point, right? I mean, Logan Paul has legitimized himself, if not, it wasn't already in this business, as a fucking professional wrestler. I mean, he's better than most of professional wrestlers, than actual professional wrestlers. He's a beast. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I would say that. Yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal on the mic. Credible work that he's done being a heel. I mean, I feel like, of course, I mean, his in-ring aspect is out of this fucking world. Like, come on, you can deny it all you want. It's just like, Logan Paul is it. I mean, he's done it. And I feel like, of course, I mean, when you talk about obviously, the human being itself, to where obviously, just like I'm pretty sure, just like the rest of us, that have all done shit that we're not proud of. I mean, nobody is clean in this world. Of course, it's still messed up. I really don't care about the crypto shit. But of course, I mean, you have things to where also we'll say the Japan, filming a whole death on screen, which I will say, but yeah, like. It's just like what I just mentioned, bro. Beyond because I guess it's just overall, considering the fact that he's overall a douchebag, like you can get buy into that, and it's just like it works so well when you talk about, because real life, it also adds to that, and it allows him to be really it comes natural and authentic, which is even a bigger plus. And just more, definitely what you need. And also, I also thought, yeah, Jelly Roll is crazy too, because Jelly Roll did pretty fucking okay too. Like, just wow, he did awesome too. Wow, I really thought I was gonna go out I really thought I was gonna go a completely different way. Thought he was gonna absolutely fucking suck, but what I mean, he told us what's up. So obviously, A great match. That main event, CM Punk and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. It's moments like this that now we're now talking about. Like I do wish that I can go back in time. Go back to being a wee little. Like I do. Like it's almost like where I wish like that. I wish we had a Pacific something because I do like. I mean, of course, being that because I mean it's like so we're at the point now to where people can hack and like everything about you can be switched and swag like people like of course the whole simple thing of being your identity could be like so like the IW like wrestling especially like wrestling fans nowadays where I just feel like because like the internet being as big as it is they're gonna know everything but I do like I said I mean maybe this would have maybe this would have stuck a little I guess if social media didn't exist but still it's like how a conclusion is this how a fucking how as predictable an obvious fucking turn that you could see a fucking blind man, aka Stevie Wonder himself, to be Pacific. Like, come on now. And it's not. I mean, I guess I can sort of give them props, but it's like it's not like they really tried to really try. Like, they didn't do shit with this. Like, of course, I mean, you could have like seen like if like I mean they did like because of course being the worker that Seth Rollins is to be like how to we probably thought to where he was legitimately injured, but like he comes back like it's not more than what like more than a month or just weeks that he's already like like where you have this finish and he cashes in to where this finish where he cashes in and becomes the new world heavyweight champion. It's like, oh my god, it's just like, not that it's because I know we hate hearing that, predictable finish and like, but like, it does, I mean, it's not a fucking holy moly surprise. I mean, it's just typical WWE and typical WWE fashion. I want to say I wish I wanted to like be able to see interested in to see what things from going here now that we have Punk and Rollins going back at it or mainly now with the title in the mix. But it's I mean especially with lately it's like WWE it's just like especially professional wrestling in general to where it's just like where I feel like it's just nothing about it is really it's lazy, it's boring, greedy. It's pretty much I can sum it up to. And this is what I'm gonna go with. Oh, I guess the old nose was right. The Women's World Heavyweight Championship, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Naomi. For the amount of glazing, a lot of like I hear a lot these days when it comes to wrestling, especially lately. I mean, we've had our matches that this all right. Now this is why I watch wrestling, and now I can kind of see, but like no, especially like this year. I mean, of course I've seen great matches. It's still been great matches this year, but. Like, especially when it comes to the women, they've like, oh man, I just like a woman. It's not if they're not worser, like currently today. But so well, yeah. I mean, it's just like because especially when it comes to the triple threat matches, like they didn't really go out there as far as when it comes to I mean, in my point of view. They didn't really go out there and try to create, I guess, something that it wasn't like something I already didn't see, and if not, because you're already wasting your time when it comes to, because you pretty much see this also on the weekly TV shows, for whatever reason they also do, but yeah, I mean, it's just like especially this year, or just like I said, the past 5 years, where I just like, especially with these, whatever that you can be, a certain degree that it is, especially with these, the triple threat matches in general, or or the women triple threat matches or triple threat matches in general. Well, it's pretty much nothing different, and but yeah, I mean, but I still will say it was a solid match. That comments to 3 stars though. But yeah, still a solid match, and like yeah, thank God that Naomi is still the world. Yeah, she's still champion. She's still champion, baby. She's still the women's world heavyweight champion. Whew. Oh man, back to the fucking line. Hopefully, like for Rhea Ripley, and but when it comes to both girls. Then we get to the tag team ladder match, and Montez is exactly the feelings I had during this. So y'all better be happy, because I'm gonna be a bit of a fanboy for this one too. Because so of course they had the classic tag, like had Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys, and of course Bubba and Devon. Of course, pretty much know why Edge and Christian also couldn't be there too, being that they're one of the legendary classic of these tag teams. But of course, nostalgia and everything, and like I said, I was always kind of a sucker for those matches. So I very much, just like I said, I've always been. I really enjoyed the tag team, wrestling, that aspect of that. Always professional wrestling. So yeah, I guess y'all gonna get me on this one. But yeah, this was they got me on this. Yeah, this was a fucking fantastic. Yeah, this was unbelievable. The spots, especially with that the spots in this match, bro, especially with Candice LeRae, bro, like, good lord, bro, like, oh man, it's just, it's like, it's basically a tribute to those matches that we, my generation grew up with during, the latter half of the Attitude and basically still the, the Ruthless Aggression era. But yeah, this was a tribute. This match tonight, this ladder tag team match was a tribute to that, and they pulled it the fuck off, and what a phenomenal it was, bro. Like this was truly a precedent, because for damn sure giving this a 3.5 out of stars. This match, and the Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyrie with the Intercontinental Women's Championship, and I would have had an attitude, but luckily, this is all. Finally, at least have a match where the women can even pat themselves on the back. Okay, but this was it's the classic. Yeah, it's the fucking classic with Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyrie. But because I kind of disappointed. Cause I know with her in a spot on Monday Night Raw with the slippers, the rompers, but like I feel like she's kind of getting there, though. I mean, I kind of would have liked her to see the win the title and stuff like that. But I guess I got a little more for her. I feel like she can get so not entirely upset or disappointed. So I can see that. But like she still got a hell of a. This is pretty much a big ass win for her, because she just had pretty much what the company's best in Becky Lynch. She just went out there and they just put out there and had a monumental match that's gonna go down in history, in WWE's history, pretty much. And and you really not getting any complaints, besides story, but they're not really getting any complaints from me. And of course, Bailey getting involved with this, kind of predictable. Of course, what's going to happen of her getting involved and then happening after. So, pretty much, what I believe, that's pretty much is going to be Bailey and Lyra. That's it's pretty much what's going to be next going forward. Becky Lynch is still the Intercontinental Women's Champion, and blah blah blah. Well, but perhaps on a back, because I don't think I've seen a women's match. Well, besides Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, a women's match that's been this great, and a very long time too. So, but because they worked their asses off with this for the United States Championship, of course, and so is Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Man, we might as well talk about it. I don't know why I sounded like that in the beginning, because so I guess we're gonna get our bad matches too, which pretty much what else. Well, kind of some of the matches. Well, this was one of the ones that I was kind of looking forward to, at least. But I guess they more so didn't have a priority. But Yeah, this is I mean, they did. I felt, of course, it's like, it's just they, especially with the ending, it's just was one of those matches where they feel like okay, this is the one where they're gonna have the time cut. Where I feel like, yeah, just like I said with the time management, I feel like the matches that should get the time as like this like should have that. It's like, of course, man, because yeah, just as it was getting good. It's, like I said, it was one of those matches like just as it was just starting to get good, it ends. So, but yeah. So Sikoa retains. Oh god. But not to say, I'm not entirely. I like, obviously Jacob Fatu was a hell of a lot better. I say Solo Sikoa got a bit of the comedy gimmick going for him, and his character, like it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like Umaga if he was goofy as fuck. And also you got Umaga's mini me with Jacob Fatu. Like, yeah, pretty much. Like, but yeah, like, yeah, nothing like, yeah, it's just like typical blood, blood, but Timu bloodline, but typical bloodline antics, but during the match, and you end up having the ending that you have. Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles with the Intercontinental Championship being in the mix. Not even gonna waste my time with this one. The main event is right after this. So, I mean, it's pretty evident, especially how they went about it. And here we are, John Cena and Cody Rhodes, WWE Championship. Y'all, it's been a pleasure, especially how I got this video done. And, amount of time between working and being right here, doing business as usual. But, yeah. So, John Cena and Cody Rhodes, WWE Championship. And, like, I will say this, because not like this whole thing has been a masterpiece of a project. That, man, it's WWE, especially, with being at, without now that we're now what it is with TKO, and, of course, how, more, like, WWE being more at this point, we know that, and how this is gonna especially with and that's just one among the things, of course, with this John Cena heel turn, it's been an absolute fucking dumpster fire. It's not been good, but yeah, the match itself, of course, absolutely, like, immediately, infinitely better than the match that they had at WrestleMania. Like, I guess with the stipulation also being there, that kind of helped things move along. But still, this turned out to be one for the ages. And yeah, Cody Rhodes is back to being champion, which not completely fucking thrilled about. But it is what it is. That's Triple H's guy, and his Hulk Hogan, Austin Rock, whatever, of this John Cena, Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes is that of this generation. So Triple H can have that word, but man, Brock Lesnar is fucking back. I knew something. Yeah, at least that they had to also do the balls too. But bringing Brock Lesnar back, something, at least having something big, man. I bet you Seth Rollins thought he had the biggest moment coming out of SummerSlam. Cowboy Lesnar was like, hold up, let me hold my beer for real, and pulled up and immediately get flashbacks from the Cena and Lesnar's rivalry, 2012 and what, like, just like with The Rock. Man, Cena and Lesnar had a rivalry that definitely gives you goosebumps when you go back to that, even though the particular time in the PG era and everything being in that. But yeah, Brock Lesnar is back, and that's pretty much when I see that too, done pulling something like this also too. It's just along, when it comes to the numbers and trying to meet expectations too. So, man, like, I guess it's all there's left to say is like how we're gonna see this play out. To be honest, but yeah, Cena and Cody put on a masterful of a match. Thankfully, probably have to really go back to sit down and watch that. But yeah, what a still a phenomenal match that this was, and at least to not be a complete waste of everybody's time. Of course, as usual, also with night 2 being better than night 1.